They're not saying it out loud on Wall Street, but some of the biggest US companies are quietly moving to Canada. Whether it's for tax cuts, political shifts, or just better deals, it's happening, and no one's really talking about it, except us. Stick around, because the names on this list will surprise you, and the reasons even more. Number 1, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, the symbol of American summer and BBQs, is quietly setting up in Canada. No big goodbye, no headlines. Just new plants in Ontario and deals in Quebec. Why? Tariffs made aluminum expensive in the US, and Coke's costs shot up. So, they moved north. It's not just about cans, jobs are disappearing from US plants. Prices are going up. Your American Coke might soon say, made in Canada. If Coca-Cola is leaving, who's next? Ford? McDonald's? Keep watching. Number 2, General Motors. Remember when GM stood for American pride? That's changing. GM isn't fighting, they're relocating, slowly but smartly, to Canada. Why? Tariffs made parts costly. Building a car in the US became way too expensive. So GM shifted $2.6 billion to Canada since 2020. They're building electric parts in Quebec and Ontario. Meanwhile, US plants are slowing or shutting. In April 2025, one plant laid off 1,200 workers. GM is hiring engineers in Canada, not Michigan. They say they support US jobs, but every dollar in Canada is one less in Detroit. When GM leaves, towns shrink. Stores close. Schools lose students. It's not politics, it's just business. Number 3, Alcoa. Alcoa makes the aluminum in your soda cans, cars, and buildings. And in 2025, they started moving out of the US quietly. Why? High energy costs, failing smelters, and big tariffs on aluminum. So, they started investing in Canada instead. One Texas smelter slowed down, while Montreal's picked up. Quebec now supplies more aluminum to the US than ever before. This means fewer US jobs and more Canadian imports. Alcoa said they won't restart US plants anytime soon. They've signed power deals in Quebec until 2040. So, next time you grab a soda or see a shiny car hood, ask yourself, is this American-made, or just American-branded? Number 4, Campbell Soup. Yes, even soup is moving north. Campbell, the classic red and white can, is quietly shifting operations to Canada. Why? Aluminum tariffs made packaging expensive. Most of Campbell's cans are aluminum, and rising costs were killing profits. So, instead of raising prices and losing customers, they moved jobs and contracts to Ontario. Less noise, more action. But this shift affects more than cans. It hits farmers, truckers, and label makers in the US. In 2025, Campbell cut its earnings forecast by billions because of input costs. Canada offers cheap power and friendly rules. So, why stay in a struggling US system? Number 5, Tesla. Tesla, the face of American innovation, is quietly investing more in Canada than ever before. In 2025, US energy problems and rising costs pushed Tesla to act. Ontario and Quebec offered stable power and rare materials. Tesla said yes. Their new robot building factory is just outside Toronto. Their battery plans are growing fast in Quebec. Hundreds of high-skilled jobs are popping up in Canada, and barely a word from Elon Musk. Even when Tesla sales dropped in Quebec, they still doubled their investment. That's not just a business move, it's building a future away from the US. And when Tesla moves, its whole supply chain follows. Number 6, Ford. Ford, the company that gave the world the F-150, is putting billions into Canada. In 2024, they invested $2.3 billion in Ontario. Why? Cheaper energy, fewer rules, and fast approvals. Originally, they planned EV production. But as battery prices went up, Ford went back to gas trucks. Canada said, need land and power. Ford said, sure. 1,800 new jobs in Canada. US suppliers lost contracts. US towns are watching it all slip away. Ford's not quitting America. They're just choosing smarter options. But it means your next F-150 may speak with a Canadian accent. So there you have it, 6 major US giants slowly moving to Canada. It's not a scandal, it's survival. The logos still say red, white, and blue, but the factories now run on Canadian power. If even companies like Tesla, Ford, and Coca-Cola are hedging their bets, what's next? If this surprised you, hit like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Versage Timeline. Because the future isn't just being built, it's being relocated.